Good evening. The sun has set and the Chicago nights come alive. It's time for mystery, intrigue, and just a bit of strangeness as Hexaco Motor Oils presents the Hexaco Mystery Radio Hour, sponsored by Hexaco. I'm Silver Sterling, and join me as we bring you tales from these dark streets and darker alleys in Gun for Hire.
Used to be a time when you could get by on your word and a handshake. And while that might still be true for some things, here in Chicago, you get a whole truckload of palooks who want to justify their existence with all kinds of paperwork. Sign this document, fill out this form, and boom, you exist. Or you get to own that thing you just bought. Of course, on the flip side of this, you get plenty of people who take those papers and turn them to their advantage. Duplicate this form, change a few lines, and boom, you're someone else, or you now own that thing you just stole. And while Grace Gunn, Tommy Bam Bam Prue, and Irving Holt don't need those kinds of services, they do want to know who owns a slick set of wheels that just sped off with Trixie. And as usual, Grace knows a guy. But where that information takes them might be a place they didn't expect.
It's been too damn long since I've felt safe enough to leave my apartment. Not because of the cold or to avoid corny pickups from every schmuck who never learned proper manners from their mothers. No, it's something else keeping me stuck inside the walls of my place. I pace back and forth, wearing a hole in that nice Persian rug Mother bought as my housewarming gift. Mother wasn't entirely thrilled with me moving out on my own, with no roommate or husband in sight, but she'd never miss an opportunity to do some interior decorating. What's that really matter, though? I'm staining the walls yellow with one lit stick after another. It's the only thing that calms my nerves. That watered-down hooch Robbie from next door gave me barely takes the edge off. It's the whispers. The goddamn whispers. I hear them all the time. I can't sleep. With every restless evening, I inch closer to the edge of madness. Before that night, I'd never put much stock in the idea of ghouls and specters. Now my blissful ignorance has been ripped from me, and I know for certain that there's more to fear than getting caught by some coppers raiding a dive in the early hours. You see, I was making my way home after a long shift at Bloomingdale's. I work the cosmetics counter on account of my complexion. Daddy always said I was the prettiest of his daughters. Now my usual customers had all made their rounds. I finally got Miss Evans to buy that rouge she'd been lusting after for weeks. You know these countrified fillies never know quite how to spend their husband's money, which is where I step in. Come to think of it, there was a new gal that came in looking for a particular shade of red lipstick. She had some gorgeous jewels around her neck. I'd be just smitten if someone bought me diamonds like hers. Anyway, I was walking past an alleyway on my way home when I saw this grotesque, hunched figure lurking in the shadows. At first, I thought it was just another bum looking for a place to sleep or scrap to eat, but the street lamp above me flickered out before I had a chance to take a good look. The bulb finally blinked back on, and that's when I saw the body and this thing standing over it. My body gave me a choice to either scream or run, so I ran. I ran as fast as I could away from that horror. And like I told you, since that night I've been hearing things. It's told me so many hauntingly disturbing things. Whispers I don't think I'm supposed to hear, nor do I want to. I have to leave. I have to get out of here before the whispers come true. So you see, Mr. Doublebooks, I can't stay here anymore. I watched this slender, unassuming man stand and pace the room before heading to the front door. He slowly turned the knob and paused before looking back at me.
All right, miss, I can help you. If you're sure you want to do this, I can run those papers no problem. But I also know someone who might be able to help. She's a Private Jane right here in Chicago. This sounds like something right up her alley. So tell me, what's your name now?
It's Vera Hall, and please, sir, you have to help me.
You catch a cab ride. I mean, it's not so late at night that the cabs aren't flying at this time of night. You go to his place. He has his apartment.
And his name is?
Well, his name is Eugene. They either call him Two Papers or Doublebooks. And so you arrive at Doublebooks' apartment. You go right up, knock on his door. It takes you several knocks before he finally looks through. You could tell he's looking through the peephole in the door.
Grace?
Open up.
Who's that with you?
I'll introduce you when you open the door and let us in. They're good.
You hear the couple locks clicking as he opens the door. He's a skinnier guy. As you open the door, he's wearing kind of a dirty tank top, and he has his suit pants on, got socks on, and his hair is kind of a bit disheveled, and he's got a cigarette flopping in his lips and a bottle in his other hand. And he looks at the three of you. Who's all this now? Come on in.
This is Tommy. This is Irving. This is Two Books.
Mr. Books?
Mr. You look more like a Tommy. He looks more like an Irving.
I do?
I kind of pointed at him when I introduced him.
Oh, he had his back to you. He was already walking in, but he turns around and he plops down in his well-worn chair and puts his feet up on the coffee table. So it's late on a Friday evening. I have Grace Gunn in my apartment, and I have one really big guy and a fancy guy with the cane and the camera. No pictures. And so I'm guessing this is not necessarily a social visit, is it?
Very observant. I need some information.
Ah, yes. All right, Miss Gunn. What can I possibly help you with this evening?
What's his apartment look like?
It is a tiny one-bedroom in a lower middle-class area of Chicago. It is a pretty... I don't want to say it's like really dirty, but it definitely has that stereotypical bachelor kind of look. So the decor is a bit mismatched. There's a few dirty dishes lying here and there, clothes kind of draped over the couch. He does have a nice looking radio though, set up underneath his window.
I wasn't sure if he was the type that would like have books and papers all spread out or something, or if it was just this isn't really his workplace so much as his just go home to place.
He does have a kind of a bookshelf built into one of the walls, and there is books and papers and things are kind of stacked and rather haphazardly.
So I find myself this evening, Eugene, in need of someone of your singular record-keeping skills.
Ah, so we're doing a bit of a search. I see.
Yep.
All right. What are we looking for?
We are looking for a 33 Chrysler CL Phaeton.
Oh.
Red in color.
It's a nice car.
It stood out for sure.
Yeah, it's like that car's gonna have to run you a little money there. So I'm guessing whoever owns that thing has probably got some to him.
How long is it gonna take you to find out who that owner is?
Is it just the car? Is that what we're looking for?
Well, the owner of the car, yes.
Yeah, right. Okay. It shouldn't take too long. Have a seat. Hey, anybody want anything to drink at all? I've got Chicago's finest tap water, and I think I might have some club soda in the ice box there.
Hearing club soda, Tommy looks down at his shirt. You want me to wait outside?
Oh. Ooh. Hey. It's on the house. No.
So instead of drinking it, you're going to pour it down.
Yeah,
the front
hold
of your
on.
shirt.
Tommy's gonna go visit and try to scrub again with some club soda.
I can get you a new shirt, Tommy.
You may have to. It's my only good one.
Irving, you see he walks into his bedroom, and you just kind of angle yourself to see, and it looks like he goes into an armoire that he's got next to his bed. You can see, I mean, it's partially hidden, but he slides his like suit coats and shirts across, and it looks like there is a hidden little door behind the clothes, and he slides that open and pulls out a couple of large binders. And he makes his way back out, sits down in his chair. As he starts flipping through, he looks up at the three of you. Did you all get in a little bit of trouble tonight? I'm assuming you must be on another case or something.
Just need the information on the car.
You always dodge. You never share that information with me. As he's flipping through, he says, share information. We're still looking same rates, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I know exactly how you feel. She never gives me a straight answer. She's always going around me and trying to cut me out as much as possible.
Yeah, what is that? I mean, I get it. I mean, she's, it's my
Boys.
case. I can't tell the information. She said, but a little quid pro quo, goes a long way. All right. Chrysler, 33. You said 33?
Yes.
In a Phaeton. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's only a few actually registered here in town. Is there a particular name that you're looking for? Or you just want all the names of all the owners?
I'll take them all.
All right. Hold on. Oh, goes over little.
Are these all names with red cars, Eugene? Red Phaetons?
Actually, do you have a license plate?
474175.
Oh, yeah, right here. That car is, yes, it's currently titled to a Mr. Leonard Hellsberg. Yep, that's who.
She mutters some profanities under her breath.
I mean, we should have known that, right? That's what Irving says to everyone else.
Shut up, Irving.
Did we, I think we found who we're looking for. Leonard Hellsberg. Yeah, that name sounds familiar to me. Why do I know that name?
Probably shouldn't think on it too hard.
All right. Well, it's probably none of my concern. I'm probably better off not knowing. But yeah, Leonard Hellsberg. Yep. What else are we looking for? Is that it?
Grace takes a deep breath and says, "That's it for tonight."
What type of information can you get?
Well, it all really depends what you're looking for, mister. I mean, I can get you something like this, but if you want something a bit more detailed, I can spend a little time searching. Okay, so let's pick on Mr. Hellsberg here in his car, for example.
Okay.
He's currently titled. That doesn't necessarily always guarantee that he's the one who currently has the car or who's currently in possession of it.
Twitch Bam Bam laughs.
Now, I could probably find out. I know a few people. I mean, a car like this, and it's not going to be. There's a few shops, that service cars of this caliber, this quality. So I could probably find out exactly where it's at, but that would take me a little bit of time.
What instead of where it's at? What about where it's been?
I don't know about that. Maybe.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if you had people you could talk to that can kind of, because a car like that kind of sticks out,
It does.
So I was wondering if they'd seen it in any strange places recently or not.
And he slides his eyes over to Grace. If there's anyone who can find out that kind of information, that lady right there.
Give him a smirk. Thanks, Eugene.
Wasn't sure what type of information you dabbled in.
Well, quite a bit actually. Why are you asking so many questions?
Yeah, Irving, why are you asking so many questions?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Eugene. I am Irving Leyland Holt, photographer and reporter.
Yeah, I gathered.
I think we could have a very lucrative relationship.
All right.
His dance card's full tonight, Eugene.
Not tonight. I'm helping out a little bit here, but you think I could stop by on my own sometime?
By all means, yeah, we can. I'm always happy to discuss the. I'm sure your money spends just as well as Miss Gunn's over here.
Great. This has been a great night.
I am so glad you could silver line the night, Irving. Thanks, Eugene. We need to go.
I'll keep in touch as he's backing out the door.
As I'm shoving him yet again through the door.
Yeah. That also sounds good.
Would I have, at some point, dealing with the brother, I would have gotten Leo's address, correct? Or is that something we probably should have asked Eugene for on the car registration?
Well, and that's fine. He could certainly have given you that because it all would have been on that entry. So one way or another, you definitely have Leo's place.
Okay.
And yeah.
Are we going tonight? Is that what you're saying?
No, I just wanted to make sure we had the address before we left.
Yes, we're going tonight. Trixie's in trouble.
Bam Bam?
Alright. Just my hat.
I want you to appreciate Bam Bam. I don't usually let you decide that. So enjoy tonight. Because it's not going to happen for a long time.
Cracks his knuckles. I hope I get to enjoy tonight.
I mean, seriously, too. Have you not enjoyed the night enough already?
He's bleeding. He's not bleeding enough yet.
Yes, did you get the blood out of your shirt?
No, it's just staining more.
I will foot the bill for another shirt. Because, not only do you have blood all over it, it's in shreds. So we go down, hail another cab.
Okay, and are we heading over to Hellsberg's place? Is that the plan?
I think that's the plan, although we may park a block away.
I suppose so, yes.
Out of character, I was going to ask you two, because Bam Bam wouldn't be smart enough to put this together. Would you two want to drive by the Three Spires on the way to Hellsberg to see if there's a car in the parking lot?
Yeah, well, I mean, depending on the... Actually, maybe it's best to either loop one or both of them in general, before deciding where we're going to stop. Because if the car is that bright red, it will stick out, especially if we hit the country club first, since there's no garage or anything like that.
And being late at night if the lights are on.
So swing by the country club. If it's not there, go on to Hellsberg. Leo's place, not Willie's.
Country club first.
All right.
Sounds good.
So you take a cab and you drive. You're not driving out of Chicago, but you're certainly driving out of the more urban area of Chicago. And you reach the country club, and as the cab pulls up, everybody making notice checks.
Irving, despite how tired he looks, is apparently on edge with all these car rides he's been forced into. Looking for any chance to get out of there.
Mine is a +2, Chris.
Geez, you all did very well. All right.
So mine's a 9.
9 for Grace, 14 for Irving, 5 for Bam Bam. So you pull up just to the gates of the country club, which of course are closed at this time of night, and tell the cabbie to hold for a second. And you're all looking out your respective windows or through the angled up there. It does look closed, but both Grace and Irving see signs that make it look like there's activity of some sort that might be going on inside the club that shouldn't be. Like by this time, the cleaning crew should all be gone and home, but looks like there's lights on that probably shouldn't be.
Cars?
From this angle, you cannot see any vehicles because of the way the hill slopes, and then goes up into like the parking circle. So you can't tell. You'd need to jump the gates and get up there to find out.
I think we should get out here. I'm going to get out here. So you can decide if you want to go on, but I'm going to check this place out. Something doesn't look right. It's not because I want to get out of the car, I swear.
Only a little bit. But no, I agree with you. There's a vibe to this place that something's weird.
All right, well, we can't just go charging in. Can't be all fists first, so...
Says the strong man.
Well, hey, you got to keep your guard up, too.
I'm going to make sure my gun is loaded and pull my 6-shooter out. Not necessarily in that order.
Are you doing this in the taxi?
I'm probably going to get out of the taxi first and then do that.
Because the taxi...
Actually, let me ask you this in regards to that. Are you going to make him wait, or do you want him to leave?
My instinct is to tell him to leave. So I give the guy whatever money I owe, is owed for the cab ride, and thank him for his service, and get out, check my gun, etc. And since I'm the only one with any spending money in this group.
No, I got paid a little while ago.
All right, you pay the cabbie then.
No, I just didn't tell you that.
I see how that works.
See?
It's easy enough to get over the gate, but you are going to have to do a little stealthing up to the entrance. So everybody make me a stealth check. 5 for Irving, Grace got 3, Bam Bam got 3. Everybody gonna stick with those rolls?
I'm gonna burn a Benny.
I am staying with my roll.
I'm also burning a Benny. Thank you for that extra one, by the way.
That's better.
You're very welcome. You all got one. There we go, Bam Bam.
Oh.
Grace just avoids a crit fail.
Okay, can I stick with the first one?
Well, yeah, you still get the best of the two.
Okay.
But yeah. All right. Oh, but I'm just. Were you going to spend any more, or you're going to go with the failure?
Oh, what the heck? I'll do one more. See what happens.
All right.
Says the one who has the most bennies.
That's true.
That's my thought. Bennies are there to be spent.
There we go.
There, that looks a little better.
There's a success. Okay, so the three of you begin sneaking around, dodging through various hedges, making your way. You do spot kind of walking the grounds but you keep your distance. A couple of dogs patrolling through the snow. But you take great care into walking on places where you're not going to leave any footprints and whatnot. And you make your way up the rise of the driveway, and you come to I don't even know what that would be called, the little drop-off, circular drop-off area, parking.
The valet.
Valet area, thank you. Words. You see right there by the entrance a 1933 red Chrysler just parked in front of the doors.
Can we tell if there's anybody in the car? I mean, it's been a few minutes. I probably wouldn't be, but... Right.
The top is up, but you cannot see any motion or anything like that inside. It doesn't look like there's any... The windows aren't tinted or anything, so you don't see any people in there.
Irving is going to crouch down next to the car and just let the air out of one of the tires.
Hey, Irving.
Yeah?
We might need that to get out of here.
Let's take a different one.
Is there a different one here?
There's no other cars here, but there is a garage on one of the sides.
I'm not riding in this car.
Okay. Bam Bam's going to look through the window, trying to still be stealthily, and see if the keys are in it.
Make me a notice check. You do not see any keys.
It's a downhill, right?
It is downhill, and you are sure that there are no keys, for sure. Although the door, if you test the door is unlocked.
Is it a stick?
I think in this era, I believe they were sticks.
Hey, Irving,
No, I'm not looking. What?
do we need a distraction?
Not yet.
That's a good idea. I like where you're going with this.
Not yet.
Well, you want to go in the front door or the back door?
Well, whatever we do, we need to do it quietly. Pulling whoever's in that building outside is not going to be quiet.
Well, we get them outside so we can get in.
Grace stews for a minute. This is going against every fiber of what her instincts are telling her at the moment. Leave the car alone. Let's see if there's another entrance. We have a backup plan if we need it.
Okay.
Bam Bam.
I like this as plan A.
You might want to leave a little air in that tire, Irving.
Squeaks it back in.
Make me another notice check, the three of you.
Now, out of character question.
Yes.
I know that I've never been here. I don't know if Irving's been here. Grace has already been out here once, right?
She has been here once.
So she might know what doors are in and out on main entrances.
I will give you, Grace, I'll give you a +2 on this notice because of the fact that you've been here, that you might be able to, from the time, for the limited area where you walked and observed, you can do this to help provide a little bit better direction. Oh, but you got a crit fail. I see there, Grace. So that +2 isn't going to help you.
Actually, it would be a +4. Will that help?
It will not help because you rolled double ones. Okay, so Grace got a crit fail. Was that 3? Was that yours, Bam Bam?
Yep.
And then that's your 5 there?
That is correct.
So the three of you start going around to one of the sides to look for a different access point. And Grace, you're like, hey, I think there's like a side kind of deck, and there might be a pair of French doors. I think I remember seeing we might be able to get through there. You weren't 100% sure, but you feel pretty confident that's where they are.
Better than charging in the front door.
So you go around the side, and you're making your way. And Grace, you misstep at one point as you're like walking just along the sidewalk, and you slip, and you fall into the space below. And Irving and Bam Bam, you can see that it's kind of like a short staircase going down. And Grace slips and falls, and your elbow hits the glass on the doors that are down at the bottom of this little this tiny staircase. You bust the glass, and of course it just shatters, and because it's all quiet. You're not hurt, but beyond your pride. But you turn and look, and you're looking into darkness, but you realize at the same time you can also probably put your hand up through that broken glass and undo the door to get in this spot. But it did make a considerable noise when you broke it.
Do you want a distraction now?
No car.
I like as Irving is saying, do you want a distraction? She's looking up going, no car.
See? She knows.
I haven't known you very long, Irving, but I know you well enough. I'm going to try opening the door and see if we can get in and hopefully dodge whatever might be coming our way.
And now, clever communiques of contrivance shall commence to continue your comportment of contentment.
In this day and age, you need products that will last, products that stand the test of time, but yet still provide you with the style and sense of chic you demand. When you sit down at your gaming table, you want to know that the dice you take such good care of will take care of you. You may have tried the rest, now it's time for the best. It's time to try Norse Foundry, an exotic and unique selection of dice made from the highest quality materials. From wood to metal to gemstone, Norse Foundry has dice made from substances sure to satisfy. And if you're happy with the bones you already roll, Norse Foundry has the trays to hold them, custom coins to count, wooden dice chests for storage, and a line of modular miniatures you can customize to your heart's content. And that's just the start. Visit the store that offers your game more. Visit NorseFoundry.com.
Well, her name might be Grace, but she doesn't always act with it. Either way, the crew is about to pay a little after-hours visit to the Three Spires Country Club. This is probably going to be more than a social visit, but that's enough for now, so shake a leg till next time. But just so we're clear, the part of Grace Gunn was played by Jill Rich, Irving Holt is played by Brad Smith, Tommy Bam Bam Prue is played by Brent Rich, and the boss in charge of this clip joint is Chris Hussey. Special thanks to Dot from Resting Glitchface for lending her golden chords to this episode and for spinning us the tale of Vera. I'm E.I. Wick, and remember, taking a wooden nickel is less trouble than a ghost rock dime.
Hexaco Motor Oils thanks you once again for listening to the Hexaco Mystery Radio Hour, sponsored by Hexaco. This game references the Savage Worlds game system, available from Pinnacle Entertainment Group at peginc.com. It is unofficial media content permitted under the Media Network Content Agreement. This content is not managed, approved, or endorsed by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Certain portions of the materials used are the intellectual property of Pinnacle, and all rights are reserved. Savage Worlds, all related settings and unique characters, locations, logos, and trademarks are copyrights of Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Thanks also to Fear the Boot. Support their Patreon at patreon.com/feartheboot. Bring a little light to our dark shadows by leaving a 5-star review on the podcatcher of your choice. When doing so, please search for Fear the Boot Actual Play. If you listen on YouTube, please like and comment. Of course, telling a friend is the best way to help the show. Not only is it the right thing to do, it's the Hexaco way. Hexaco reminds you to help keep your car running like magic and always use great Hexaco products. I'm Silver Sterling, and until next time, remember to keep one eye on the shadows.